Domestic violence in Trinidad and Tobago needs to stop. Did you know that as many as 6 women were murdered in domestic violence incidents in Trinidad and Tobago within the first 2 months of 2020? Hi, I am Brittney Williams, and I take a stand against domestic violence. Violence against women may not be a hot, trending topic, but it is still an important one. That is why I have decided to host a show where you get to see real people tell their real story of their personal encounter with domestic violence. Over the course of these interviews, we will be giving multiple women who wish to share their experience a platform, not only to encourage, but to tell you that you are not alone. We see you, we hear you, we care for you.
Good day. Welcome to another episode of Empowered by Women. I have with me here today Miss Cassandra Batiste, and I also have representing Empowered by Women BACA, Miss Brittney Williams. You can check out on our Facebook page, Empowering Women BACA, also on Visionary Productions, Trinidad and Tobago. So Miss Brittney, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Keon Baron. Thank you, viewers, for taking your time out, busy time out, to just tune in to us. I have with me today Miss Batiste, and this platform here, this is BACA Empowering Women for Trinidad and Tobago alongside Visionary Production of Trinidad and Tobago with Keon Baron. So this platform is actually a safe space that we welcome ladies and also men to join us to come on and share their story. We have been dealing with domestic violence throughout Trinidad and Tobago. It is such a sad topic, a sad story that we are facing in our communities and in our own family, in our own homes, as well as us might be victims of or past or survivors of domestic violence. I take this topic very serious because I am also a past victim and a survivor of domestic violence. So I have with me today Ms. Batiste, and I welcome her. Welcome, Ms. Batiste, on the platform.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yes, and I am so excited to actually be face to face, even that we're not in person. I am happy just to be on this platform with you today. And I given you the opportunity to reach out to women, reach out to men, reach out to persons who really dealing with domestic violence and let them know enough is enough.
Yes.
We have to stand up. We have to stand up. So I am giving you the opportunity to share your story, and you take over.
Okay. Pleasant night, ladies and gentlemen. As I call them, empresses, queens, and kings, and prince. Welcome. My name is Cassandra Batiste, and I am a survivor of rape and domestic abuse. And my story isn't such as I like to say, a flavorful taste in some of your ladies' mouth, but is something that I believe I need to share, not only to help me grow and become better, but to also encourage young ladies or ladies of no matter of every age, race, and culture to know that here it's time. We don't need to stay in an abusive relationship. You know, it's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for our loved ones. It's not healthy for our children. And it's time for us to speak out. So I come on here today to just share my story with you all to help empower another sister, another mother, another queen, another prince, empress, you know, just to know that here what we can get through this,
Yeah.
right? So I was raped at the tender age of 14 years. 14 years old. And then later down in life, it happened again, right? And you're young, and with something like that happening to me, I always was looking for love because I grew up with my grandma. And after she died, it was just heartbreaking. And I was like, hmm, and I was looking for love. And I guess I can't say it's in the wrong places, because no man has the right to advantage any woman. No means no, right?
Mhm.
And unfortunately, that happened to me. And within looking for love, you find somebody, you think that you're in love, you big children, right? I have two beautiful daughters and a son. And, my son don't stay with me. He left with his dad. But my two daughters, they are my backbone. My son, well, I says, whew, the nicest things come from him. The nicest things,
You know the sons, yeah.
yeah, come from him.
Mhm.
So, and I was going through abuse physically, mentally, emotionally for a period of years, on and off, sometimes back to back, you know. And then it come this day that I remember now getting into a fight with my then ex-boyfriend, and my little daughter was there, and she was watching and crying. And something snapped. Something snapped at that point, because here what it was, either he's going to kill me or I'll kill him. That is where it reached, because again, I'm not one to just sit down and take lash. I'm not that type, So you always find that I am not, I ain't obeying, I ain't following instructions. You understand? And she was there, and she cried and she cried and she cried the night. And the morning I get up and I was to go in the hospital because my eyes were black and blue. And I went to the hospital, and I didn't tell them what happened. And I don't know, it was a busy day, so nobody ever really asked what happened until one of the nurses was attending to my eyes, and she said, "What happened to you?" And again, you know, you doesn't want to sell them out immediately. So it's like I get a fight with some girls, and you know, the girls, nah, me know the girls, but I get a fight. And she said, well, all right. She said, well, it's like a thing you come in the hospital, because if you did wait a little bit longer, how long from what she was seeing, she could have tell it happened either a day or two before I reached the hospital. And she was like, if you did only wait a little bit longer, you might lose your eye. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And I remember going home, picking up my daughters from school and going home. And the eldest one looked at me and she was like, Mommy, you all right? I was like, yeah. Then she asked me, she said, Mommy, you happy? I said, why you ask me? She said, I just asked. Children. Now,
Yeah.
if I get emotional, please excuse me. I have to tell all you now. Please
That is okay.
excuse me if I get emotional. I just try
That
my
is
best not
okay.
to cry when I speak about my story, but I'm human.
Yeah.
So she was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm happy. And she was like, okay. And then about 2 days after, I was going to drop her to school, and she asked me the same question. And then she explained to me, she said, Mommy, I don't like when the then boyfriend do XYZ, and the way he does talk to me, and the way, or when it is he getting that way, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, wow. And I watched at her. And then she was like, Mommy, it hurts me, breaks my heart. And I was like, okay. And then she said, Mommy, and you know I love you? And I was like, yeah, I know you love me. I love you too. I love you more than anything else. You know, I still boss I love when it comes to who choosing to love more than who. And then, but she did not smile. And normally when I tell her those things, she does smile. And she did not smile. And this little girl watched me with a serious face. And she was like, you love, you, mommy, if I asked you to do something for me, I could do it. I was like, what you want me to do for you? She said, we could move out. And I was like, why you want to move out? She said, because I don't like when the individual hits you and all the quarreling and all the fighting. And then you'll come over in our room and hug us up and you'll be crying. And, you don't seem to be happy, you know. And I was like, And there I started to think. I didn't leave immediately, but there I started to think.
Yeah.
And then it come this day, me and the individual, we were sitting down, having a normal conversation. And I was like, yeah, what? This ain't really working out. Understand? I hurting you, you hurting me. It ain't really working
Yeah.
out. And I did get up and I eventually left. But upon leaving the situation, I ended up I went somewhere and I got sick. And I had nobody else to call.
Yeah.
And we called that individual, and that individual did come and he helped. And, we reconcile, we reconcile and stuff like that. And from there, we was just good. And then eventually it started all over again because, the control, things that I like is too much, and we just nothing wasn't on a level to work out. Nobody, had understanding of what I wanted to do and what is my passion. And at the end of the day, it's what you say go. So I ain't had no voice. And then I
So
was like, a day I
how,
sat down and I was like, I'm
how you, Miss
voiceless.
Batiste,
Uh-huh.
how you felt like to hear from your kids in that situation? How you felt at that time?
At that time, it ripped me to pieces because I remember dropping her off. She gave me a hug up and kiss. And I remember staying outside the school gate for a while, just trying to compose myself because I was like, if they not happy, because she telling me she not happy,
Yeah.
right? And she do not think that I am happy because why?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if she can see it, because I always try, if anybody meet me walking down the day on any basis, on any day, they will not believe that I am going through what I'm going through.
Sure.
Because I do not look like my problems. My grandmother had a saying, do not look like your problems. Not because you have one pair of jeans, one pair of slippers, and one pair of good stuff to go out. It has to be dirty, ramful, whatever, and you're looking crazy. You could comb your hair, you could make sure your clothes clean, and you're looking appropriate to go places. And I was like, so I always keep that thought with me.
All right.
So nobody can see me unless I don't open my mouth and tell anybody anything. Nobody will know that I am struggling. I am, I going through a situation. Nobody will know, right? Until if anybody go to ask the person, it's because I had to talk as nobody ain't gonna know just so. You understand?
So, Miss Batiste, just asking if you could give like a brief understanding of what you used to face in this relationship. You don't really have to get in details, but there's a little brief understanding of
Okay.
what you've been
And I know
through.
this is something that some ladies know who going through this situation. It happens to most of us. You know, you will be, they'll now tell you hurtful things. Just tell you things to hurt your feelings. So that is mental.
Right.
And you will now go and you're preparing meals or you're doing whatever, but you're silent. You understand? Because you're hurting inside. So you're silent, you're not really speaking. And the individual will try to come hug me, want to have sexual relations and stuff like this, like those things. And I'll honestly say, yeah, what? You just hurt my feelings. I just need some time. I need some space. And time and space? What time and space? You are mine. You are mine. So what time and space you really want? You understand? And that will go into I will continue trying and I'll push away his hand and then eventually I might push it away a little aggressive and then that lead into a whole fight and a whole mental breakdown, the whole works. Understand? And that is the simplest thing. Sometimes you're just making dinner and they don't like what you're making.
Right.
You understand? Or time them reach home, I'm in my bed. And they find I shouldn't be in my bed. I must get them dinner. You understand? Or even if they find I should be in my bed, get them dinner. They don't even like what it is. And another thing that guys does do to women is say, what you just do? You do nothing. You see that line?
And whole
You
day you
washing,
home.
cooking, seeing about children, dropping to school children, bringing them back. Use the teacher after school to teach work. You're going in the grocery. You're going. Well, with me, I didn't have to go in no grocery. He alone must spend all the money. So, no. And if we do go, we're going together. You understand? So, is that. And the thing is, one thing I can't say negative about this individual is that when it comes to the children, he does things to make sure that they stay active. You understand? So we're going to the beach, we're going hiking, we're going to the movies, we're going long the children involved. We're
And
going.
how long have you been in this relationship?
So basically my daughters so basically about 6 to 7 years.
Okay. And one statement that you previously make was that he is abusive, but because of certain things that he does, like go to the movies, we fill in the gap with the kids, and that is something that really captured mothers, women. He does abuse men, he does do this, but the children. And
Right.
is it that is one of the reasons why you settle a little more with him?
Yes,
before you move forward?
Because yes, that is one of the reasons. Because at the end of the day, you're watching that, as you rightfully said, he's making sure the children get what they need. It's nothing that they need for. You understand? The education, the when it's school time, books or whatever, time, time out, time to relax, time to play. You understand? He's all out. You understand? He carried them hike wherever on our weekends, if he could, when he could. So that is the nice thing about it. So that as a mother now, you're watching, okay, especially if it is you really don't have that strong family structure that you can say, well, yeah, what?
Support.
I'll go back by mommy, or I'll go back by my sister, or I'll go by this one, or go by, you understand? So it's like, for me, I am just saying my story. For me, I was like, I believe one headache to end up in another one. It mightn't be as bad, but it ain't gonna be as fully comfortable for me to deal with. And I was like, all right, so that kind of prolonged the situation until the last fight. And I just wake up one morning, it clicked. I was like, here, well, this isn't working. We talk about it. Say, well, all right, we done. It's over. I was like, fine. We made whatever decision. I organized a driver. I pack up my stuff and I left.
Right.
And when I left, I did not just leave and remain in Trinidad. I left and I run quite to Tobago.
Let's forget away.
And when I came back and I was like, well, okay, I'm going to start over. But unfortunately, it wasn't easy because things started to happen. I get ill, couldn't work for a while. Then my daughter had some stuff going on. So it just started to, everything just started to unfold and it was negative upon negative upon negative until I was like, hey, but I didn't come back. You know, I beat myself, I literally beat myself. I was like, girl, you real stupid. You make this move. But I had to just keep your tail where it was and, you know, and I came back. But before I even go, and this is something that I want to tell people, before I even left my abusive relationship, I started reaching out to different organizations, to HGC, that kind of thing, and telling them, going with my documents. You understand, running away and going with my documents and telling them that, hey, well, I need help. You understand? Because it wasn't once I leave Trinidad and went to Tobago to live. You understand?
Yeah.
It's more than once. So this time I'm speaking about when I run was my first time. And I was like, wow, where the help? You know, you go to different MPs and different thing and you're telling them and I say, yeah, what? Yeah, we go help you. We go help you. You pay any man a file, we send a letter. Take this letter and carry it to this place. I know sometimes I will going through, you're going through and watching these people and feeling like, yeah, man, I'm getting through. Something good is going to happen. Thank you, Jesus. Yep. Because, you know, they're asking for all these documents and things. You're feeling hype. And it just
Feel you
had a slow death. You understand? I thought I put it as a start off, you know, and then it just died down like everything
now.
else. It just died out. Start off hot and then that's it. And I was like, yeah, what? Okay, then I still going through, I still going to different people and talking and asking for help and stating that I am currently in a position where I'm homeless. My daughters are not with me. I need to get them. I just want a stable home. I just want to start over. I don't want nothing for free. And this is me every single week going to different people and trying. And then a day, not so long ago, we all know of the young mother who was killed in front of her children. And then that 15-year-old who was killed in a car while his mother went to an interview. And it ripped me to pieces. It's something now. As you know, we in Trinidad and Tobago may say, you know, we hear stories. It's not now, this is not the first story that we hear. You understand? But I believe that story and that what happened was my turn to get mad. My turn to feel that deep hurt. My turn to say, here, what? Stand up to these ladies. Stand up. Let me tell my story and see who I can reach out to help. And tell them, here, what? We do not have to stay. But besides telling them we do not have to stay, we women need to stop saying to ladies who are in a domestic abusive relationship to get up and leave. Leave and go where? Leave, especially for ones who may have 2, 3, 4, 5 pygmy children, as they call it. I hate the name pygmy because I say pygmy. Why they calling the woman children pygmy? I was like, what? They are children. They might be ages apart or whatever, but you don't know why she have. Stop judging. Stop. We need to stop that because since I put up my story, I get a lot of but not everybody might be strong to say, yeah, what? All right, that's another negative. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes when I see something or somebody call me and say something, I cry for hours because it's like, you don't know me. You do not know me. Why would you, as a woman, and I'm not talking about the males who call in, I'm talking about the woman who call in, and bringing down a sister, right? You don't know me. I'm not sitting down and ain't working. It's not that I don't. And another thing, how do you all know that I don't have education? Because I'm working European, because I'm cleaning some houses, and because I am a self-employed individual, you're accusing me of not having an education. We need to stop that. No, that's not nice. It's not nice. It's very, very painful and hurtful, right? So for women out there who like me, you know, because you have children and you have nowhere else to go, as a victim, I would like to tell people on the outside who may be in the same situation or worse that we do not have to stay in a violent situation or a situation that we are uncomfortable and we're not happy. You know, I know it's hard. I know it's very difficult, especially when you have young children, to pack up everything and leave. You know, it's something that you have to do. You have to think about your future. You have to think about the future of your children. You have to think about if anything is to happen with you, are you, how will your children cope? Because that was my stronghold, my kids and God. You know, I pray a lot. You know, sometimes I put on a gospel and put on a little Tasha Cooks and it's only tears. And I will hear what my grandmother used to tell me. God is the only person who understands the language of tears. You understand? Tears with no words because you cannot find the words
Words, yeah.
to express how you're feeling, or you might not have nobody to talk to and tell them how you're feeling, or you don't even know how to talk to people because sometimes you go on and tell them and then still don't do anything to help you. You understand?
Yeah.
They're still doing anything to help you. I would
So,
like to make
but
a plan.
now, Miss Baptiste, this is your platform here.
Mm-hmm.
So, if someone is viewing at this time, what would you say possible? They may be facing the same or something worse from what you have been through. What advice would you give? This is your platform here today. What advice would you give that same person or someone out there?
I will tell them, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. You know, I know that I know what it is to don't have nowhere to go, nobody to talk to, and when you do talk, nobody seems to be listening, right? But I want to encourage every woman, matter if children or not, to please don't just feel like, because I know the feeling of nobody else ain't okay. I know the feeling of you don't think you're worth anything. I know the feeling of being afraid, literally being afraid that if it is you go to leave the situation, the fear of what is out there and what could happen, and know what it is to have nobody and or talk to people and they seem like they don't get you. But I'll encourage anybody to please, when you feel like nobody to go to, turn to God and ask God for strength.
Yeah.
Right? I am here for anybody, you know, who is willing to speak to me as a victim. I am here. I am here for you, any fellow sisters, as I call you all my sisters, to help and to listen and to be there. I would like to make a plea to the authorities or even any organization who might be out there. Please stop taking a long time to help people when they, especially when they come out and crying and begging for help, because not everybody will be willing to go 15 times, 20 times, 5 times. You know, that one cry out. Well, please try and listen. You know, try and listen and do something, put something in place. I would like to put something in place eventually to help women in my situation and young girls who've been in my situation, matter they been rape or domestic violence. So, you know, ladies.
But Mr. This,
Mm-hmm.
as you make that statement just now, I am aware that you have been on social media as well, Facebook, and sharing your story. I actually view one of your program recently, and I was amazed by it. So you could let the public know, or any woman out there, young lady who may want to get in contact with you, how could they go about by getting in contact with you?
Okay. My name on Facebook is Chelsea Baptiste. CHELLSEA. It have two L's. Baptiste. BAPTISTE. My contact number is 375-2294. Again, 375-2294. You all can reach me, and we can just talk. It could be for prayers, it could be for anything. I'm open, you know. For ladies who just need somebody to listen, I am here. I'm willing to listen because I know what it is to feel like I am literally cold sweating speaking about this. Water is running off my hand like if I wash my hand in waters, because this is a very deep and emotional topic for me, and I'm trying my best not to shed the tears. And but my body is also giving out the tears in different places
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's scary. I am scared. When I tell you I am scared at times, and hear what? I know it's not easy. I can tell you it's not easy. And especially when it is you have young children and you want what is best for your children. It's easy. It's not easy. None of the situation is easy. Sometimes you relive it because now you have to tell your story, but I also believe by telling your story, you're healing yourself, because now you're getting out all the negative, you know,
Right.
you got
To
you're
bring the
setting
positive.
right, you're setting free, you're breaking free. You understand? And this is my breaking point. My breaking
Right.
point, the young lady, young mother that died in front of her kids, and that 15-year-old boy that was in the car waiting for his mom, and they kill him. That was my breaking point. I didn't sleep all night that night. The 14th, the 14th of March, 2021. I will never forget that day, because that's one of the days that was stuck in my brain forever, because that was my breaking point. That was the point for me to say, enough is enough. You understand? Stop hurting our women. Please, it's why you are killing us? Why you all beating us? What do we do so bad? And I don't believe, and as I call them coward. I don't care who begs, but I don't, you can't be a real man and abusing us. No, you're supposed to be protecting us. You're supposed to love us.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying a woman is perfect. Nobody is perfect, but at the end of the day, you see a situation getting heated, walk away. A woman say, okay, just give me a minute. Give she the minute. She say no. Respect, no.
Hmm.
That's all. That is just in a nutshell. No is no. Give her a minute. Give her a minute. A situation is getting heated. Walk away.
Miss
And it's
Baptiste,
as simple as that.
how have it been now as you move away from this domestic situation? I know you're still looking shaken up a little bit about the situation because domestic violence is something, it could be how much years. If
Yeah.
something hit a certain way and you remember it,
Mm-hmm.
traumatize you, it shake you up a little bit, or you might see someone look like the abuser, you will kind of, I know about it. But
Yeah.
I know you have been trying on your own now and going out there, and I look at you as a strong woman. I must say that. I look at you as a strong woman because someone who have faced that and sometimes still feel that little, shaken up at times, you still reach out to the public. You still trying to help our next lady. Even so, you still facing. You still have the little hurt in you. I look at you as a strong woman today. When I saw you on Facebook, I was like, wow, like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
And let me say something. I don't feel like I have won my battle just yet. You understand? I do not feel like I have won my battle because just the, just some of the things that he used to say, I am still facing it. When you leave, where you have to go, you don't know where to go, you go end up homeless. You go end up having to fight and struggle to the balance here, like nobody can go help you. And so said, and I'm sorry to say, and I'm just being truthful. I can count on one hand who are the people who help me. I can count on one hand who are the people who really, really, you know, and judge
Yeah.
and thing and say, here what? Even if it's some groceries, even if it's a little bit of money to buy something, I can tell on one hand. And I ain't saying no little bit of money because nobody taking up the hard-earned money. You should call a little bit of money to give you.
So,
Should call a
yeah.
little bit of money. I am forever grateful for these people. I'm grateful. You understand?
Well,
And
as
and
you
I
on
would.
that note, I am
Mm-hmm.
giving you the opportunity to even, thank the persons who have been there for you. If you don't mind to call a name or the nickname, you go ahead. It's your platform, as I say, and
Well, I
thank the
won't
person.
call. I cannot call any names because the
Okay,
ones who have helped me ask not to. But my
okay.
little nicknames for them is my new American friend, you know, and
Mhm.
my new mother. You understand? And and to all my clients who may you all know all yourself who may have done anything, just even listen or even call and say, let's pray together.
Right.
I am I'm 1,000,000% and more grateful. I pray that God continue to guide and protect you all, continue to bless you, answer your prayers, and I'll forever be grateful. I cannot say how grateful I am. Words cannot explain how grateful I am. I know you all say it's no biggie, but it's a biggie to me. You
Right.
understand? I know you all say don't mention, and I haven't mentioned. And when you all see this, you all know all yourself. I can't call no names, but you all know all
Right.
yourself. To my sister, who helped me with my daughters. I can't express how I feel. At times we may not be able to have words to say certain things, but at least know I love you and I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And
Must
in any
thank.
little assistance that you have helped with, so far I am grateful and I'll forever be grateful. And to God, you understand? Because He's my biggest backbone. He's the one who gave me the strength and the courage and the will and the mind power to do what I'm doing. and to come out and tell my story to encourage women. Because if you had checked me any day besides the 14th of March moving forward, going back, you know, it would have been like, should I? Oh, good. What are gonna say, boy? The world out there gruesome. You understand? But
But
again, I would like to tell the family of the young boy who was written on his mom who died, and the young mother that was killed, that I'd like to tell the family that, yeah, what you all give me, you know, they dying give me the strength and the willpower to come out and to speak my story and to try to help women around the world to know that we can overcome domestic violence, we can overcome rape, and we can turn our tragedy or our sad story into a great testimony and just be here and love each other. That's all.
Well, Ms. Batiste, I want to thank you so much. But before you go, I must ask you the question. How did you find out about BACA, Empowering Women of Trinidad and Tobago?
All right. I find out about BACA. Now, I reach out to a group chat, a Facebook group, and I inboxed the admin, and I was telling her that a little bit of my story, but that's before I went public. And I was telling her that I miss my girls so much, and I really would like to get a place to take them so that I can be with them, because you know this is the longest that they have ever been away from me. And she put it out there on the platform, put me out there anonymous, asking if anybody was willing to help in any little way with some food items or anything like that. And you know, with that, she inboxed me and told me that this lady back, empowering woman, will like me to reach out to them, or if she could give out my contact information so that they can call and talk to me and to see how best they can help. I remember telling her yes, and she sent me the information, and I reached out. At first, I didn't know who I was calling. I was like, please don't tell me it's another female. And I'm gonna be honest, please don't tell me it's another female who's gonna hear my story and judge me. Lord, please. You know? And when I reached out, and I was like, and I meet Miss Whitney, and Miss Whitney was like, hi, honey. And I was like, okay, this is a friend. You know? She was like, hi, honey. Yes, you know, I heard your story and thing, and she started to talk to me, and she said, girl, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, wait, am I hearing what I'm hearing? You know, and it was so nice, and so it can swear that we knew each. I feel so comfortable talking to her. You can swear that we were friends, and yes, we go way back. You understand? You know, the way back right and high school time, primary school friends we have. That's how it feels. That's how it felt. And I remember she saying, you can reach out to me anytime, you know, anytime you need to call, if you need to scream, if you need to bawl, if you need to fast, if you need to talk, if you need to whatever, just reach out. We could do it together. I'll be here for you. And I was like, okay. At first I was scared. No, I tell you, I was scared because I was like, okay, I call this lady whatever time, and she tell me, yeah, what? Right now is not the time. And you know, and I was scared. And then I remember reaching out to her, and every time I message her and reach out to her, within seconds she will respond. And I was like, okay, you know. And darling, I'm grateful for all that you do, Miss Whitney. I am grateful for what your foundation and your co-host and your co-workers and everybody, the team. I am grateful because you know you're all giving a woman like me a voice. You know, you're giving the voiceless a voice, because that's how I used to feel. Like I am voiceless, I am not important, I'm a nobody. You understand? Until I really now start to talk, and I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go on the big
screen.
You understand? So this is my first big screen, and I'm like, okay, I'm sweating, but hey, you know, it was really nice. I am grateful, and ladies, please reach out to her, reach out to the group, reach out to the Baka Empowering Women
Back
group, Baka
yeah.
Empowering Women. We need to continue to empower women and support each other and lift up each other, because everybody had a down time. It might not be a same situation like me. It might not be a rape
Yeah.
situation or a domestic violence situation. It have all kind of things. Need a little work or something. And I believe if we could help each other, Trinidad and Tobago
The
will
world
become a
will run.
better place. And the
Yeah, it
world will
will.
become
It
a
will.
better place, because it will
Yeah.
expand to different
Yeah.
Caribbean countries and then the whole entire world and to go play. You
Yeah.
understand?
Be
So
be your sister or your brother's keeper instead of
yes,
every minute is someone pulling down. Oh, you see
yes,
what she had. You ain't see.
yes.
Come on. At least find out what the person facing, going through, if they need help. Always looking at something, what they wear that last week, they wear it again. But
And my thing is, hear what? If you see a sister wearing the same thing over and over and you have a problem with it, fix it.
right.
If you can help fix it, help fix it.
Yeah.
And stop pulling down that sister.
Put
Because
in
I
help.
sure if it's a woman who going through a situation and you just reach out to her and speak to her, she ain't gonna tell you, if you're gonna carry she in a store shopping. Hey, which woman go and turn
Yeah.
down shopping? You understand
No.
what I say? Don't, it's good things and nothing that you could no good proper things. We're not turning no woman and turning that down. You
Well,
understand?
I'd like to say before you go that I would like the public to know Baka Empowering Women is a safe space. We have
Yes.
the page. You guys could look out on Facebook. We next sent to Instagram as yet. We crawling. Our team is very
Slow, but
small.
we'll get there.
Yes, our team is very small. We have two directors, which is IKEY Williams, and also Arrieta Calendar and myself. We all do counseling, and we welcome other ladies as ourselves who coming on board with us very,
Slowly
slow
but surely.
but surely. And we also have Kian Baran, he is actually the producer. He organized and arranged everything for us most of the time. So our organization is not no big organization as yet. We walking with God. We walking with His direction,
Yes.
and we mightn't be able to really give out a whole set of hampers, but if we could help one person, I believe we will go a long way, right? The most service that we offer is counseling, prayer, and counseling, and just being there to listen when no one is there to listen. Because
Yeah,
sometimes you
being
listen.
that listening ear, being that air that we could cry. And you're they're crying together too, You know what they're
Yeah,
crying about, but you crying too, they're crying too.
I
So yeah,
crying
why
too
telling
because
on
yes, I was there and I
Yeah.
know it's a nice feeling, So why now I going to play some big celebrity or some big no, we all go through situations every day. Even the man who have millions of dollars go
Yes.
through the most problems
Mm-hmm.
when they come. The only thing
Sometimes they're
makes
not
him
even happy. They had the money and they're
they
not
don't
happy.
thank you, right? The only thing you will see him jumping in his little big jeep, but he not happy,
Yeah.
right? And if we could be a sister out there or a brother, watch out for one another. This world will run better,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, Ms. Baptiste, again, I thank you, and today would not be the last day you on my platform. This is a
Thank
safe
you.
space. And as quick as you have a story to tell, as quick as you're ready to come again, we welcome you to come again. So on behalf of the BACA team, which is Kian Baran, Arita, Kalinda, Auntie Ike Williams, and myself, Brittney Williams, the host and the founder of BACA Empowering Women, we thank you and we welcome any other lady throughout Trinidad Tobago International to get in contact with us and let us make this possible. Walking with winners. So thank you again, Miss
Thank
Batiste.
you for having me. It was a pleasure. And let's do this. Let's change and empower women of TNT of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you.
If you wish to be a part of this movement, simply contact the number below, which is 739-9300. Anonymous, if you wish to.